Another lesson that any young man should learn is that there's a little thing, your mind gets hazy when you're in the presence of a beautiful woman. Your mind gets hazy, and there's this little concept they call post-nut clarity.
Say what?
Post-nut clarity. I know you can't say this because he's a pastor, but there's a little thing called post-nut clarity. Once you've ejaculated, and once who the hell am I laying next to? What's up, everybody? I'm Robert. This is Karen, and we're Evenly Yoked Television.
See, now I was just trying to say something here that I was going to give you a nice kiss and be like, let's, go ahead. But now he's moving on to more.
You can still give me a kiss right now.
Okay, you going to give me a kiss right there?
That's not funny.
Ah!
All right, you want to play games? You want to play games?
See,
okay.
you be doing me like that.
All right.
Don't be petty, Rob. Don't be petty. See?
But, okay. At the end of the day, we got another video that came across the desk.
Yes.
That my wife had sent me to check out. Hadn't checked it out yet, so we're going to look at it right here.
Right now.
On our screen.
I have.
Oh, you've seen this one?
Okay.
Oh, is it good?
You know our virtual pastor is good.
Well, let's check it out.
Our YouTube pastor.
4 things I would tell my daughter about men if I had one. And so I mentioned the first one in a previous video, and that is I would tell my daughter that love is not enough. Now here's the second thing I would tell my daughter. But before I tell you the second thing, I would tell...
It's already going good. I agree with that. Love is not enough. Like it'll get you in the door. It'll get you in the door. It might even get you across the room.
Yeah.
Might even get you across the room.
Because it's important.
You're going to need some other intangibles as you get through there. Some tangibles and some intangibles.
It's important, but it's not enough.
There you go.
Tell my daughter, I need you to hear me and listen to me closely and carefully. I am telling you hypothetically, okay? Emphasis on hypothetically. What I would tell my daughter as a father. Okay? So this will be a father talking to the daughter, not a pastor talking to a congregant. Because where I'm getting ready to go, I know some of y'all you're just about to pass out. Like you literally, some of you are about to pass out mid-video because of where I'm getting ready to take this. But I would say this as a father to my daughter. There are times when men confuse love with lust. There are times when men are deceptive and manipulative, and they will say things that they feel in order to get what they want physically from you. Right? So that is a real thing. But then there are times.
I agree with that 1,000%. I agree with that 1,000%. The whole culture around like men getting women like when you're young is, people encourage you to do a lot of flossing and a lot of lying. But when you get older, you understand a little bit deeper that, if you really want somebody that's going to be, of value in your life, that lying and flossing and all those temporary things are not really going to build any type of sustainable relationship. So, you got to lean on different things when you get older, when you get a little bit more seasoned in time. So I agree with that.
Times where men genuinely think there is an emotional connection, and the things that they are saying are things that they think they feel. But what they don't know is what they're feeling isn't always love. Sometimes it's curiosity.
And he describes, and that is true, curiosity. What he's describing is the difference between love and lust. Another lesson that any young man should learn is that there's a little thing, your mind gets hazy when you're in the presence of a beautiful woman. Your mind gets hazy, and there's this little concept they call post-nut clarity.
Say what?
Post-nut clarity. I know you can't say this because you're a pastor, but there's a little thing called post-nut clarity. Once you've ejaculated, and once you, who the hell am I laying next to? I know she had that wagon down there, but oh my God, this girl, she got two baby daddies that's in jail. Oh Lord, I thought I was feeling something,
you
deeper.
You be telling my babies that already.
I thought I was feeling something deeper, but whew, I'm not confused no more. Let me get up out of here. That's the lust you're talking about. That's the lust that got your mind thinking.
Oh my Lord.
Curiosity in terms of see.
He thinking just like I'm telling you. He thinking, he trying to temper his words though. I get it.
Curiosity in terms of what an experience with this person would be like. Curiosity in terms of what does this person look like. And so what can happen is, in many cases, when that curiosity gets satisfied, then the person changes up. The male can change up. And I'm sure it could go either way, because I know some people in the comments, it's the same way for us, but I'm saying what I would say to my daughter.
Is that the same way for y'all girls? Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
He was hella tall, but damn,
But we don't usually do it right after. We'll do it like after we are done and out.
Done with a relationship or like a sexual experience?
No, sexual experience, and then you're like.
So once you've got your sexual
and you talking to your girls, and you like, but with him or he. Yeah.
See, you was telling me that there's something wrong with me. You saying that there's a such thing as post-nut clarity.
But I mean, that's an interesting vocabulary term, huh?
Okay.
I'm glad it's not in Webster's.
It is in Webster's. It's in Webster's, page 274.
Y'all don't look in that book.
This is so. There are times when people are manipulative and they say things to get what they want physically, and then there are times where they're not intentionally manipulative. They are genuinely confused. They thought they felt one thing until they got what they wanted physically, and when the curiosity was no longer there, the emotion was no longer there, so it wasn't real love.
See, and
it was
that's
actually
why.
lust.
All right. Why you can't just give the cow too soon?
Mm-hmm.
Because you done gave the cow, and now the curiosity ain't there no more. What I gotta be with you for?
I kind of understand that from, preservation of value perspective, where you wouldn't want to give up the goods too quick. But I like to argue from the opposite perspective, because we all know that this thing called post-nut clarity actually exists. Mm-hmm. We know this man wants you for a certain reason in the beginning,
right.
And it may be the same way for you as a woman. Oh, he tall. Oh, he played basketball. Okay, well, for me, maybe it might be a good idea for you just to go ahead and get that out of the way as quick as you possibly can. Go ahead and give up the draws.
No, that's not what the Lord says.
Go ahead and give up. I didn't say that's what the Lord said. Just like Pastor PD said. I'm not saying this as a pastor to a congregant. I'm just saying this as a man to a woman. Hey, maybe you should just go ahead.
Not soul ties.
Maybe you should just go ahead. No. We're not sold in no ties. We're not tying up nothing. Maybe
okay.
We're not tying up nothing. Hey, no strings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No
right? We're not tying up nothing. No strings.
What did we say in the last video we did?
Hold on. No strings, no soul ties.
Mm-hmm, none of that.
We're gonna see how we feel about
just
each other.
In and out.
After we both make this whole face.
Just in and out.
Oh! That's gonna be the sound of the O face. And once we make the O face, we're gonna see how we really feel about each other after that, alright? And then if we're like, hey, you wasn't quite what I was expecting. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul.
Look, it was a good night last night.
Right.
I'll never see you again.
Never see you
okay.
again. You weren't what I was thinking. But now this baby that's attached to me.
No.
No.
We're not doing soul ties. Hey,
no.
It's all safe.
It takes one time.
Safe love.
No such.
Yeah.
No
safe.
such thing.
Safe. We're doing safety. We're not getting no home runs. It's all safe.
Okay. Okay.
And that's my perspective. Maybe just let it go first.
Really?
Hey, it's been a nice dinner, nice wine. Let's just see what happens.
See, why I don't really work with women that are not like the girl that had numbers that we did a video on before.
And she got a lot of numbers though. She should have figured it out by that time.
Yeah, but when you're not like that with women, like it doesn't matter. Even if we're saying, hey, yo, okay, this is just, you can do that for a while, but it's still it's more. it's more. Our body is more. Our taking that time, and then don't let it not be worth it. Then we really upset.
No,
because we done took the time, and we like, dang.
You know what you gonna do if it wasn't worth it?
Jesus.
You just ain't gonna count it. You just gonna say, well, that was on 3 points, so it don't really count.
No.
That's how y'all do.
No.
That's how y'all do. Y'all just
everybody, you
completely slipped my mind.
You can convince yourself of anything, right?
Yeah, that's hilarious, boy.
No.
But yeah, maybe we should just get it out.
No.
Go ahead and get it. Y'all both want it. Just get it out. All right, we're gonna go back to what are you saying?
Well, you can say. Like, now I got the song.
You got the old face.
Jay got real questions, Jay.
What would you say to men to help them like identify that that's what they're dealing with?
Oh, if it's actually love or lust. Yeah, right. Now, some people are going to land differently on this. I don't believe that I believe if you have to have that physical experience to actually determine if it's love or lust, then there's some emotional intelligence that actually needs to be developed there, right? So you shouldn't just have to go around adding bodies to your body count to determine whether or not you love somebody.
He's getting real, ain't he?
So that is not what I'm saying at all. I think
that's where we're gonna disagree at.
There is a difference between physical attraction and physical interest than emotional connection. And I think when you're dealing with love, as I understand it, what you fall in love with is the soul. You're attracted to the body. But if you're with anybody long term, the body's going to change. If a woman has children, the body's going to change. So when if you fall in love with a body, that's kind of like, I don't know how to do that. So I think you're able to determine whether or not this is love or lust when you really ask yourself, am I more interested in this body, or do I feel like I got a connection with this person's soul? Not that I
think that's easier to determine once you got that post-nut clarity out of the way. So we go ahead and knock that out. Hey, you go ahead and be like, oh, okay, well,
Lord of mercy.
She got some redeeming features that I actually, I wouldn't mind being in my life, right? She got some stuff I wouldn't mind having around for long term. She got some stuff I wouldn't mind passing down to my children's.
Lord have mercy.
Okay? So I think that's actually, this is starting to become a real productive conversation. Ladies, this sounds like y'all should just be giving it up a little bit more frequently.
Here, even in your TV, we do not.
We endorse everything that comes out of my mouth.
Everything that comes out of his mouth.
This is my channel.
To put like a sensor or,
But it is the thing that doesn't matter the most. And it shouldn't take being intimate with somebody for you to determine that. Because real love is a connection of the soul. It is a tying of the soul, not just the union of the body.
Hypothetically, this happens to your daughter. If she came to you hypothetically and told you, like, this is what she's dealing with, naturally it would be, lead her to the Bible. Like,
right, yeah.
You should have did it anyway.
Yeah.
But how do you, emotionally guide her through that type of, trauma?
Yeah. Well, that's a great question, because, you would hope that, and this is just parenting 101, right? So I'm going to use God as an example. He's a perfect father, yet we still do imperfect things. So if he's a perfect father who always does everything right, and we do imperfect things as his children, then of course, as imperfect parents, from time to time, my children are going to do imperfect things. So you would want that not to happen. Like I would want her to if he loves you enough to wait, he loves you. That's a fact. Like, ain't nobody waiting that long just to get some, right? I don't even know. Like, you waiting a marriage? It's like so if he's willing to wait, then that's love, right? So that's one of the things that I would say. But if she went through that, and if, she came to me, one of the things that, I don't know, one of the things I feel like that I would do, hopefully I wouldn't have said, I told you so. I don't think that's, my personality.
No!
Love the sense of humor. I told you so.
He said he hopes he wouldn't say I told you so.
Hey, I don't really do all that all that cancer talk, but I believe you're a Cancer too, so I know
his
we got
birthday
the same
is your day.
Is it the same day?
Y'all July 7th, same
I don't
day.
really do the astronomy too much, but you know, hey, I think it is some similarities with people born around the same time. I believe you're born in one of the greatest months and close to one of the greatest days, if not on the greatest day of all time, which is July 7th.
Cancer thoughts, huh?
But you know, one of the things that I would want her to do is to say, hey, all right, now we got to look at this. We got to look at this mistake, and how we look at it is going to determine the impact it has on us. So you can define yourself by this mistake, or this can be a defining moment for you, where you sit in this feeling and remember what this feeling feels like.
That is amazing game. That is amazing game, because that is what a lot of people, but especially women, do very frequently, is that they don't want to really sit and analyze what's going on in the situation that caused them to be in that situation from the time before, the time before that, and the time before that. And they're just like one of the other videos we did, you're wondering why you're getting ran around and you're getting numbers added to the body count.
I think that's men and women too.
I think with men, like, there's a whole saying that says there ain't nobody coming to save you, and there's not. There's people that line up to save women. The government lines up to save women. Church organizations line up to save women. Other men line up to save women. But there's not no collection of women that can't wait for the girl to mess up so that they can come swoop this guy up and raise him from the bottom. Nobody want to raise him from the bottom.
I think we're changing. I think the atmosphere and things are changing now. But I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But it's changing.
Feel it all. The shame, feeling used, feeling embarrassed, feeling a number of different things. And then make a decision. This is a feeling I'll never feel again. That's the difference between letting it define you and it being a defining moment. Because if a person loves your soul, now, hey guys, listen, I know this not, I'm just telling you what I would tell my daughter. Because ain't no man gonna wait. Fine, go ahead. Nobody gonna wait, they gonna get it somewhere else. Go ahead. But yeah, I would say, hey, this doesn't have to define you. We can make this a defining moment.
I think that is a phenomenal. What he was closing out on, where we have a saying where we like to say, hey, ain't no man gonna wait. And listen, that's true. Most men probably aren't going to wait. And if they are waiting 3, 4, 5, 6 months on you, they probably are still dealing with some other woman. But the thing about that is that you might not like this, but there's still your value is going to be increased in that man's mind. Mm-hmm. Even though he's out there, he might be doing something that you don't particularly like. Your value is going to be getting increased in his mind. So when he's ready to settle down, as we talked about before, he's going to want to settle down with you, not the woman that's been loosely given it to him. It's not.
And everyone ain't for you.
Life ain't fair, but that's how men think,
And everyone ain't for you. There's many more fish in the ocean.
Mm-hmm, that's true. I like how I like those 4 points that he gave in there.
I like those points.
I like those. I agree with about 100% of that. So I don't have no issues with none of that.
We might have to put these points up here. And,
You Christian people need more messages from people like this here. So that's a good pastor. I like that.
We authorize Pastor Darius Daniels and change.
Authorize? No, I don't got no pastor, but
we do.
I think that you Christian people need.
Why don't you have no pastor?
Truth talking. Because
why don't you have no pastor?
I'm on my own journey. I don't feel like I need a pastor. But that doesn't mean I disagree with that. I think a lot of people need that type of leadership. Nothing wrong with that. So, unless you have anything else to say? You sure? Mm-hmm. All right, being ruly today. I like that. Get on the computer. Leave us a nice comment. Comment, like, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now. Hit it. Go watch some of them other videos too.
Peace,
share them with your friends. Peace.
And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling, I'm outside.